Buongiorno, ragazzi. We finally arrived in Bari after a bit too long as I had some stuff to deal with this week. Regardless, here we are to check out the tale of one city. The story begins with Panos Nautikos arriving in Bari to give his homeboy Louis a hand. I like that we do something else other than sieging. And the something to do is destroying these Saracen camps and these dogs all bundled up together. But it's not a raiding scenario, and we must build a camp before going hunting for camels. So you're saying just run at them. Got it. Them all being cavalry might be an issue. Yeah, this is not going too well for me. Run away! I had to pull back completely and almost lost the whole army. I should probably age up and prepare better to not waste time. I really like watching the synchronized blanks being shot at Bari here. Castle Age finally here, and our army has the right in the right place. Murder. I've read the seas are safe in this scenario, so I built a dock with peace in my heart. Expanding the economy takes some time here, as even after 300 hours in the last 6 months, I still suck at this game. But it's looking good, and the army is growing nicely. The Saracens decide to attack Louis, but he ain't afraid of no camel. The tooltip tells me that the Byzantines are defensive civ, so I'll go infantry. And a castle here. Don't think I forgot about Cataphracts. Alright, enough SimCity. Let's torch some buildings. They intercept me, and I start rethinking my infantry decision. But we prevail, and flames start engulfing their camp. I missed fighting with Cataphracts. And we'll see here for the first time the fire crew in their natural habitat, Byzantine. First camp destroyed with very little casualties. Oh yeah? Come at me, Malaka. We continue the march north and go for the camp closest to Louis. And since we have another army ready, we send them to the next camp. Now, will I be able to micro 2 attacks at once? Ugh, another inaccurate sign. Both should be pointing northwest. 2 camps down. We might finish this in good time. I don't know, man, because we're better. Third camp is not putting much of a fight and falls to the trampling Cataphracts, just as the fire crew reaches the docks of Bari. Let's go, boys. Only 1 camp missing. The combination of pikemen and Cataphracts is just deadly to the Saracen composition. I've always wondered, is it faster to let the troops attack whatever they want, or focus the attack on the objective? Regardless, they burn with ease, and there's just 1 dock missing. Solid analogy there, Louis. The dock sinks, and our misinformed friend here thinks it was a Drummond that did this. No, dum-dum, Drummonds are only available on Imperial Age. So it wasn't blanks the Trebs were shooting, huh? Wait, so I have to go and take Bari as well? No. They were a bit French and surrendered at the first sight of danger, in 48 minutes and 45 seconds. The party in Bari didn't last long, and soon the Goths showed up to kick us out of the city. I'm on it, Mr. Pikeman. We'll escape swiftly. At least they made the Goth general very accurate when it comes to personality. Alaric would be proud. Just outside of the gates we find the rest of the army, and are given 2 options. Find shelter in Capua, or Potenza. I chose Potenza because that sounds like an Italian way to say power. Also, there's a lot of resources in the area. Just need to cross the river and we arrive safe and sound. Ooh, Melos the kitty cat, come roar at me. First order of business is Imperial Age, because for once I come with a plan. And the plan requires a siege workshop right here. And also a castle right here. Byzantines have siege rams, and I want many of those. Also, we have this infinite pool of food. A really nice touch to the city for me. The rebels decide to attack, but the castle there just does all the work for me. I think this is the first time I built fishing traps since the HD come out. I need another castle here because it looks awfully undefended. Now Melos decides to attack. Why can't they be cool with me? Motherfucker, they just won't leave me alone. But now we have siege rams, and soon the party will be over for them. I really like how the siege rams look. I feel that if they took the ram and added a cannon on top, it would turn into perfection on wheels. And flames painted on the sides. That would add the speed to compensate. But since I can't add those modifications, let's roll. They are slow, but once they reach the target, the damage is insane. Each smack is a chunk of the building pulverized. On my first multiplayer match on Definitive Edition, I went full archers as Britain against Byzantines, and the fucker bum rushed me with naked siege rams. Everything turned to dust in minutes. I felt humiliated. Let's do this here. First castle falls, and everything inside Bari turns into chaos. But the second castle falls, and we still have most of the rams. How do you know they're hard, Melos? We approach the third castle, but they have big cavalry waiting for us, and the castle only takes about a third of the damage. Not a problem, we're already training more of them. Oh, hells yeah, thanks Basil. With more troops ready, we roll in again. No, go away dipshit. Luckily, siege onagers can deal with one scout. Hey Melos, we're back. Third castle drops, and there's just the one on the hill missing a spanky. It's like being surrounded by steel-clad snails. Sadly, only 3 rams can attack the castle at once, but it falls without issues. Of course that little bitch ran away. Another rebellion crushed in 51 minutes and 56 seconds. Melos fled Bari, but, as the scenario name states, we are sent after him to tie the loose ends. Once again, I've just explained this. The first action is building a monastery as gold is scarce, but there's 2 relics around here. And Siege Workshop. I like this strategy last scenario. Wait, is that a berserker? Yes it is. The Varangian Guard is our ally here in this scenario. A group of fierce warriors imported from Scandinavia to fight for the Byzantines that often use the Dane axe as the weapon of choice, making this an awesome and very accurate detail. Anyways, I built another TC to show Melos I mean business. And we march north to snatch the relic before the Goth savages do so. But it doesn't seem to be here. I guess I'll have to pry it off his cold dead hands when I get there. I like the Varangian Guard. They have no chill so far. He sounds French, we're fine. But I'll build a castle here just in case. They'll never be able to pass this block of marble. And since we have a 7000 HP block of marble, let's get conscription and some trebs. Also a market to fix the little gold issue since I have a good buddy to trade with. Alright, time to give Melos a high five in the face. With a brick. I'll add another castle here since I have the stone and nothing better to do. Speaking of castles, what do you think you're doing, Melos? He sends his troop to try and stop the purple stampede, but just sending 1 or 2 at a time doesn't do anything. And we plow through with ease, reaching their town center, which falls without much danger to us. We start cleaning up the rest, and even the Varangian Guard is here to give a hand. I like these guys. They have a castle behind walls, but walls don't matter when you can lobby 90 kilo boulders from over 300 meters. And Melos is defeated once again. I wonder what battle is he talking about. It definitely wasn't Alaric by the time he mentioned. Whatever, time to beat some sense on the French. Oh boy, they only have palisades. This would be a massacre. They train cavaliers and sergeants, but that isn't enough to stop a castle from dropping. Or anything else, honestly, especially considering how long it takes to train cavalry, and I don't think they have conscription researched. Remember kids, conscription saves lives. And the French resign, big surprise. It sure is, buddy. Loose ends tied in the nice bundle and beaten to death with a Morning Star, in 36 minutes and 57 seconds. Apulia was safe from Goth shenanigans, but just like pressing the wrong button and throwing a grenade on civilians in Starfield, somehow no one liked what we did. At the orders of General Boyanis, a castle was erected in Troya, and our mission here is to defend it at all costs from our old buddies, the Holy Roman Empire and the soldiers of God from the Papal States. It's pretty much set that my time will be an hour here, but I'll try to go on the offensive and beat them before the clock runs out. It's a pretty decent start, with a solid camp, units, and a nice little ally down south. I'm really liking having extra town centers, so that's the first action. Thanks for reminding me of trading, Capua. Capua is not weak either. Of course the inbred savages have countless brothers. I think I can deal with the tower by water here. Like, did you guys text God? After 33 videos, the color of the farms finally matched the Civ color. HRE attacks when I'm not looking, and they hurt much more than anticipated. Oh god, I'm getting overrun. A tower here should do the trick. Trample damage doesn't do anything to the mountain pass. At least we know that now. I respect mercenaries, the only loyalty is to gold. And I have gold. They came back almost instantly. I don't like where this is headed. But I think the army changes already help a lot. Papal States sending only men-at-arms. At least we're safe from them. Thanks for the reminder, Mr. Pikeman. I think first we deal with the Goths. And buy the Normans out. I just hope they're useful. This is the first time I'll use the Drummond. For fuck's sake, they're coming every 4 minutes. Drummond out, and its range makes me very hopeful for this. And I was right to do so. Goths fall when I'm not even looking. Blood Ego. It's this cool thing the Varangian Guard showed me before. Oh, hey guys. What a coinkydink to see you here. There's also a secondary objective here to murder some priests, and of course I'll do that, because it gives me 1000 gold. And liberate 2 relics for me to take back. Halfway done, and I haven't even started fighting them properly. Meanwhile in the mountains, the final rock removed causes an avalanche so strong even the shockwaves are deadly. The Holy Roman Empire starts camping the relics, but luckily I sent 2 monks, and this little bitch dies at the thought of changing religion. Enough of this bullshit, and the trebs start rolling out towards the HRE. Pfft, you're no Barbarossa, you don't scare me. Huge slap fight starts outside the walls while the trebs set up, and we come out on top by a razor-thin margin. The trebuchets are rushed to point at the castle, and it falls just as the final support unit dies. It was a bloodbath, but at least we did some damage. I'll be back in a bit. And this time, with the steel-clad tank. Look at this, the mercenaries trying to help. Pointless, but good to see. Let's show the Normans how it's done. Do you have time to talk about your Rams extended war? I don't think the HRE can hold the Rams, especially considering how little troops they're training now. I hope destroying the castle seals the deal because I'm running low on time. It kinda did. Now we gotta rush towards PayPal. Ooh, I hope he's pissed. Goddamn gates, why so much HP? I don't need this right now. Come on little buddies, pedal to the metal. At least the Italian gates are much weaker. They fall, and the Pope's guard sends their own rams to fight mine. Stupid fucking idea, and we roll straight towards the castle, which falls with just a minute on the clock. Half a minute left as they reach the town center, and only 10 seconds by the time it's done. And as the rams inch closer to the last castle, the scenario ends in the biggest limp dick victory I've had so far in the campaigns, in exactly 1 hour. I just wanted to shave off some seconds. Is that too much to ask? After the victory in Troya, the Normans were invited to a big party to celebrate. But as no French person should be trusted, they took it to like Bari more than they should, and came to conquer the city. The King Stephanos will take care of the defenses, while we're tasked with sabotaging the false Sicilians in every way possible. Because I have no clue what efficiency is, I start in the middle, and it seems like this won't be too much fun to fight. But we free the first mill, and the ox cart is rushed back to Stephanos. Our next stop is at a church, because killing priests was a lot of fun last scenario, and burning churches is nothing if you think about the things I've done since I started the speedruns. I'm not. If God is omnipotent, he can make his own gold. Ugh, it's gonna be a long way back to the other side. The second mill is a lot less defended, and even though the ox cart took damage, it was cleared with ease, and the shipment of pasta arrived safe and sound. Apparently Stephanos couldn't man the defenses, and I have to do everything myself again. Ah, it's just a few units. What I'm doing is more important. See? Bracer and chemistry. How great. The flag marks the trade workshop, so we attack that first. Oh, that's very convenient. We stumble into another mill, and even though once again the cart is in danger, we plow through their units and continue our march of shenanigans. What the shit? They just said I stopped their siege unit production. In this chapter of poorly explained objectives, a tower must be destroyed, and destroyed it is. Yeah, that still doesn't explain why I had to do this. Wouldn't destroying the stables be more useful? Last mill visited without issues, and we gather the army in the forest to prepare for the final objective. But first we take a little break for a little blacksmith torching. Damn, it feels good to torch someone's place of business. I never thought I'd see a siege tower fighting back. Sadly, it wasn't enough. And I mean sadly, it would have been quite hilarious to see the siege tower murder a whole army. Alright there, potty pooper buzzkill. The whole city is unlocked to us, and the final stand against the Normans begins. We need to survive for 20 minutes. I think it should be fine. It took me 3 times reading this to understand what you meant. But really good one. They have a lot of infantry, and I don't really have a way to counter that. This is going great. Thankfully I have another army that's a bit better prepared for this. Oh god, I haven't even dealt with the previous threat. I'm quite happy the AI is stupid and focused on the walls. It's confusing to me that they sent a big army before and thrashed me, and now only send one at a time. Yeah, this one completely flew by me. They're not really offering much danger anymore. Clock runs out, and the Normans find out I'm much cooler than they can handle. But the game is not over. We must now take control of Bari's navy and clear the Norman shipyards. But that task is even easier, as the Normans only have some galleys and water towers. The most time-consuming thing here is traveling from south to east. Up north the deal is similar, with just some fire galleys to add difficulty. But they don't pose enough of a threat, and the shipyard burns to the ground. I don't know who gave you the power to affirm that, but I'll take it. Tide rushed or something like this, in 47 minutes and 24 seconds. Total runtime, 4 hours, 6 minutes and 2 seconds. A pretty average time for a pretty average campaign. Despite the history being interesting, it lacked a bit of pizzazz. Seeing the Goths as enemies in the Varangian Guard was cool though. Partial time now stands at 118 hours, 30 minutes and 43 seconds. We're reaching 5 days of constant playthrough. I might finish this in under a week. The poll was up and the crowd has decided to send me to Malaysia for some trash spam.